Destruction is the best. Yeet, yeet. Yeet, yeet. It's not about the build, it's about the destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Oh, this is looking good. Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Miku_gaming1 has redeemed her recommend. Johnny 11 is here.
Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Destruction.
Skin Giant Sano 51 is here.
Destruction is the best. Yeet. I can hold this mouse better than anyone could hold this mouse. Mainly because I wouldn't allow them into my house to hold this mouse. But nonetheless, destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeah. I make great background music. Wait, I'm music? Yeah, I'm music. We'll go with that. Ash Rain music, bro.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. How are you doing today, my dudes? GG, Miku redeeming first. Welcome in, Johnny, Mrs. Ken, and Brent. I am an hour late today. If you saw in the Discord, I just wasn't feeling good. I felt sick to my stomach all of a sudden, right as I was getting ready to go to stream. So I delayed by an hour, and I'm feeling fine now. So we're good to do a short stream tonight then. Let me do my TikTok captcha. Yep. Always gotta do
Massive.
one of those.
Woot woot.
What's up? Mrs. Ken, 17 months of tier 1. Abso-flippin'-lutely massive, my dude. All right. I think we are ready. Uh-oh. Hold on. All right, we're good. All right. Into the hardcore world.
Blinks 97 is here.
Welcome in, my dude. We're up to 38 sub points, and we're about halfway through the month. So, chat, if you're not subscribed, consider doing so for that Partner Plus goal. Also, just to call out the yearly subathon. Good time to contribute to that when that comes up soon. What is Minecraft doing? Minecraft has been open just on the menu panorama for like an hour now. It's really weird that it's doing this. Can we run and check the gold farm double pulse thing, or is that low priority? You know what? We should honestly probably go check that. It's a good call out. I don't know what's wrong here. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go face cam and like check task manager and stuff a bit, see what's going on. We're at like 100% CPU usage from task manager itself. Okay, that's hilarious. All right. All right. The game just opened, and it's down to like 15% CPU usage now. All right. All right. I guess it literally just was taking that long to open. Whoa. All right, we were down to 3 FPS when I resumed the game. That was
Zoe_B_1 is here.
How you doing? Almost 5 years. Who? Bow Chow. How you doing with that founder's badge flexing in the chat? Call an ambulance, but not for me. Minecraft versus the no, task manager opens up. It's like, why isn't it working? Like, call an ambulance, but for me. Like, task manager is just like, I'm the problem here. Not the game you were worried about. It has. How you doing, my dude? All right. Let's go check on the gold farm, like, whoever someone NG suggested. Yeah, because I meant to do that at the end of stream last stream, but I didn't because I was just too dang fast. I was out of there before chat could remind me. Also, the happy ghast over there is just such a vibe. My wife thinks so too. All right. Let's get back to this gold farm. Wither Skelly Farm. Breach, dude. If you want to see my full world tour, that's over on the Red Video site. Go check out the 15,000 day world tour and you can see everything I got. Appreciate the likes coming in as well. Chat, if you are new here, consider dropping a follow. I'm live 6 nights a week, most of which are in this hardcore Minecraft world. Living the adult life? Oh boy. Yeah, oh man, time passes. Oof. Do we need to go in here or down? Let's go up here. Hold on. So, yeah, this is okay. This is a problem. Yeah. This is a big problem. Is it a double pulsing issue or is it that it's out of sync? Yeah, okay. It's that the copper bulb is out of sync. Okay, I see exactly what's happening here. Like, those are just coming in too quickly. Those are just coming in too quickly for each other. Can I shorten it down to like 3 pulses a pop? I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe like one of these needs to be at 4 pulses. Yeah. That might be better timing. I don't know right now how I feel about this. Let me go run the farm. Let me go run the farm for a minute. Actually, yeah, I'll just stand up here with it. It's on insta-killing. Anyway, so we should start seeing a bunch of them fall now that I'm up here. And then we'll watch this and see what happens. So yeah, it gets to the end and then... Alright, well, it's okay. It's just rotten flesh. There's no swords and stuff coming through, so it's all getting picked up by the first hopper. But this seems much more reliable. Yeah, it seems to always be retracted before the item gets there, and I think that's the big deal. Yeah, it seems like this is working right. Yeah, as long as it's retracted before it gets there. Does the rotten flesh always goes right at the end of the ice? Yeah, so this is all filters that pull out gold in various states. This pulls out piglin heads, and then the rest is rotten flesh. plus leafs and chicken, just in case there's a chicken jockey that comes through. And then everything over here, the only thing left should be gold swords. And these will smelt the gold swords to nuggets and then craft them to blocks. So I feel pretty confident that this is working now. Without issue. The rotten flesh is being burnt by lava, but everything else... Well, the rotten flesh and any chicken jockey drops are being burnt by lava. But everything else... Yeah. Yo, appreciate the gift. Alright. Toss. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. You know what I'm not confident in? Is why the heck these guys spawn. I genuinely don't know where, but every time I run the gold farm, some piglins spawn in this nether tunnel. And my only assumption is that they're spawning in the fire. That's the only thing I can assume that they are doing. And I've never been able to find out if that's actually a thing, like they'll spawn on netherrack that's on fire. If so, that might mean I might need to spawn-proof the fire. Can anybody confirm that for me? NG, you're really good at looking things up on the wiki. Can piglins, or zombie piglins, spawn on netherrack that is actively on fire? What was my thoughts on the movie? I think it is a good movie for what it is. I mean, it's not like the perfect representation of Minecraft, kind of like if you're going from a purist point of view or whatever. But like for what it is, it's a good movie. I always enjoyed Jack Black. I took my kids to see it and they loved it, so that's all there is. That's the only review that matters. Preach, dude. Chat, if you're new here, consider dropping a follow on whatever platform you're watching on. So last stream, we had just finished off the previous layer, just barely at the end of stream. So today we're picking up where we left off. And we are going to do some more digging around here. Let's start here if I can. Okay, it's actually 3 blocks thick. Let's start here. Alright, so first things first, all of that needs to just be soul soil. These two can be netherrack, and that can be my nether quartz. And we'll only pick up additional things as we see fit. Oh, okay, so I thought this was the mainland. It is not. This is its own little tiny floaty piece now. Good. You only had one last time you were here? Yeah, I have multiple kids now. Pretty sure you've popped into chat since I've had multiple kids, but it probably wasn't a thing I was actively talking about that day or something. Because I've seen you more recently than... Alright, so... obsidian. Priesta likes, my dude. How do you manage to find something to do in a game when you're like 100% complete? Well, that's the thing, is like I'm nowhere near 100% complete. Like, if your goal is to do anything other than speedrun the game, you'll never be 100% complete, right? Like, I don't find fun in speedrunning. I got things to do. I gotta farm everything and live forever, you know? I speedrun early game to get myself geared up, but other than that, like, I'm here for the long haul. Screw it, I can get... Alright, more nether portals. There's just so many nether portals here that I'm gonna be yeeting. From old failed chunk loading projects is what those are from, by the way. Well, not failed, but deprecated, depreciated, decimated. What is this? Oh, this is our lower flight deck. Oh boy. Huh, interesting. Did not imagine to stumble upon this. All right, well, it's weird that it's right there now all of a sudden. Got him! First try. Okay, yeah, this is like a really weird transition where I'm digging 3 blocks at a time around the edge, but the edge is kind of like a floor that just has a ceiling above it that are both within. Like, I haven't had this format of dig in this build yet. Weird. Yeah, like, I think my best bet is just going to be kind of finishing off each one of these islands. Like, I call them islands. They're not really islands, but, you know, like, everywhere I can reach from within standing on this floor, and then we'll move on to the next one. Just keep going like that. And I'll just treat each one like the process that I've been doing of following around the edge. And then once I've hollowed out the edges, I get rid of the bulk of the insides. Hollowed out the edges? I don't know. Defined the edges, you know? Yeah, because there are such small groups of land at this point. Alright, peace out, my dude. Ooh, chat, how was everyone's weekend? Anyone do anything fun? I spent all of yesterday doing yard work, tearing out bushes from the ground and like roots and stuff like that of old, oh man, it was horrible. My back was so sore when I woke up this morning. Like I had good tools for leverage, so like I didn't actually have to like do a lot of strain and effort with my back and stuff like that. But it was still like a lot of work for my back, and it just still made me sore. House clean. That's good. Uh-oh. I broke some things I didn't want to break. Oh boy, he almost knocked me off the edge. I mean, I have my elytron, I guess. So, I really need to make sure I swap this stuff around. Okay. There we go. Oh boy. Yeah, that's piglins. They do that, and I don't know why. They set their own car on fire because they were mad. Now that's real anger issue. Oh boy. Oh yeah, when I cleaned up my office, I had a ridiculous amount of junk to throw afterwards. I know that. And it was stuff that like oh, where was the other whatever? It was stuff that like you know, it was just like bags of like, oh, this niche thing that I might need one day, and it's been in this bag for so long that it's like I don't even have a computer with that port on it anymore, so I might as well throw it out now. Like, that was actually a huge deciding factor in something, is that all of my monitors have HDMI and have at least HDMI. So most of them only have a display port and stuff like that. And I just got rid of like all of my like VGA adapters and stuff like that, and DVI adapters. And I'm like, I don't see myself ever needing those again. Which was like because like realistically, like I would like the ability for, if I ever stumbled across a computer that needs them, to have those things ready to go. But realistically speaking, I'm never gonna buy myself a computer that has those ports on them ever again. And I'm not like a computer repair shop as much as like my high school self would have liked me to be, you know. So it is what it is. Downsizing from a 3-bed house to a 2-bed apartment. So he threw away like everything. Oh man, I couldn't even see a world where Magic and I could, like, regardless of kids needing more beds than that, right? I couldn't even see a world where Magic and I could get rid of enough stuff. Without also having a storage unit or something. And I really, really am against the idea of having a storage unit. I don't know what it is, but like, I just, I draw the line at having too much stuff if I ever have to seriously consider getting a storage unit. I don't know. Something in my brain just says like, okay. All right, you've gone too far, bud. Yeah, 3 Deborah so far. He doesn't realize how much is gonna be missing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dark, welcome in with the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? What were you up to today, Mike? Oh, yeah, why is he on fire? I didn't do that.
Massive.
Absolutely massive of you, my dude.
Check out Dark Equine and drop a follow.
Thank you for getting them a shout out. If you want to fill me in on how your stream went, let me know. Were you playing hardcore? What were you doing? If you got a raid and run, take care of yourself after stream. Any of those shenanigans, feel free to go do so. Stream was good. Started digging out Hall of Fame hallways. Nice, dude. Hey, buddy. Get the heck out of here, dude. Oh, look at this. There's a whole lot of hoglins coming for me. Okay. Keep going. This area here is what I would consider to be like the main land of the dig that's left so far. And even it is dwindling, as you can see. Piglins are stealing all my gold ore that I'm mining. And they're still gonna attack me afterwards. Well, while they're mad at me, I might as well kill the babies to get that gold ore from them. Oh my god, he's just dodging everything. How much gold ore can one baby hold? Dude is a baby bodybuilder, dude. This stuff's heavy. Hey. I need to eat, dude. Okay. All right. So many stacks of junk in my inventory now. Of course, yeah, slots filled with stacks of junk. What are you doing here, Hoglin? Oh my goodness, dudes. You're so incredibly annoying. They don't stop. Didn't mean to fell down there. This is a huge trunk right here. Is this one tree or is this like 5 trees? I don't know. A lot of glowstone here. Do you remember when this was like the main way of getting glowstone? Or is that just an early game method? How long has witches existed? Don't know. Hmm. 2012. Have they dropped glowstone the whole time? And when did when did witch farms become like mainstream, I guess? Because I'm pretty sure like witches existed in the game well before I ever thought about making a witch farm. But that just might have been that like I had never seen a tutorial video for it, so I had never assumed it could be done. Or so I never put the connection that it could be done. Right, but how long did they exist in the game before anybody had that idea? Because, like, back then, was there such, like, a... Right now, everything somebody designs a farm for it the second it's introduced to a snapshot, right? That wasn't the case back when witches were active, you know? Yeah. I still am pretty openly not, like, thrilled that the state of things is that, like, because the way that the algorithm for videos has to go, content creators, like, have to make a farm for every new snapshot, for every new item added in a snapshot before it's like in its final state. So like I don't know. I don't really like that, because then for me, a technical player who wants to wait to experience it, I have to either like ignore those videos until I get into the final release, or I don't know. It just makes me not happy. But then again, like if people didn't test them, then and make farms for them, then you know there'd probably be critical issues or balancing stuff that's not found until after the full release, and then we'd get more and more minor releases, which is also not a great thing. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. All I know is that it bugs me. And that's a valid experience, right? You're allowed to not like something but don't know how to make it better. I feel like on the internet nowadays, if you don't like something, you immediately are expected to also know an answer for how to fix it. And that's not like... Alright. Keep it going. Oh man, now that there's still so many more trees. Oh no. Alright. Good. Keep going. Oh, goodness. Oh. That. Oh, screw it. Yeah, this stuff is very much not important. Okay. Okay, glowstone. Good. Oh. Okay, there was some of that we can't reach. That'll be a little floaty bit we gotta get to later. That's alright. Okay. Okay. Low pickaxe. Let's go get a repair. And let's just dump everything out. Except for the netherrack. You know, I'm surprised it was the pickaxe that ran out first, but... Bro, that is so not cool. All right, it seems like... Okay, none of my shulkers got broke. Okay, good. Wow. That could have been devastating. Got him. Was that a one-shot kill right there? I bet you it was. Alright, so throw this stuff out and... Oh, shoot, that's all the room I had for soul soil. Oh, that's all the soul soil I had picked up. Rip. Okay. Whoa. Okay, my monitor just went black on the game PC again. Okay, so that's like the whole reason I replaced the last monitor. What? So that must mean it's like the cable or the graphics card or something. I'm gonna have to go like replace the cable next, I guess. There's no kind of like tool in Windows that lets you like diagnose like why a screen disconnects and reconnects, right? Or like there's no NVIDIA tool or anything like that. I just got a brand new Asus Tough gaming. It's 260 hertz IPS monitor. It looks beautiful. It's great. But now it's flickering. You know, I should check if there's a graphics card update or a graphics driver update or something. That'll be my next step. Is I'll do a G. What day is it? Monday? Or is it Tuesday, chat? It's Monday. Why did I write this? Oh. Let me write it on my calendar. GPU update for tomorrow. So these are like certified like HDMI like 2.1 gig HDMI 2.1 cables that are like certified for up to like 8K, but the thing is they're like 20 feet long or something, 25 feet long maybe, so that they can go from the server rack through the wall to my monitors, because my computers are in a physical separate room. They're not old at all. Yeah, it's got to be an HDMI handshake. It's got to be an HDMI handshake. That's why I wish there was some sort of like if event viewer logged it or something for like why a monitor disconnects and reconnects, you know? I absolutely do not need to keep sandstone. But I do need to keep. I should get rid of all this obsidian here. Just even though it's outside of the sphere, like the obsidian there won't look normal. So, cool. Oh, I actually dug lower than I needed to. Oh well, not the end of the world. We are digging a perimeter around our Nether mob zoo build that we're working on. So, like, the thing with HDMI cables is there's no, like, really, like, a comprehensive list of, like, which companies, which brands, which specific models of cables are actually, like, the spec they say they are and are made out of a material that is high quality enough to not degrade, you know. I remember watching a video years ago, Linus Tech Tips like bought a cable testing machine to validate cables, and they were going to like supposedly test like every cable and catalog it, but I never saw a follow-up on that. That would be amazing right now. was when they were starting their big labs building kind of production, if anyone follows them remotely closely. But I haven't seen anything that's come out about cable testing since then. I wonder if these cables have any kind of warranty that I got. I got them off Amazon, so probably not. For a signal that needs to travel more than 5 to 10 meters. So let's assume this is a 25-foot cable. That is not more than 10 meters. 10 meters is 33 feet. Right? Give or take. I definitely did buy like 25-foot cables when I probably could have got. I definitely could have got away with a 20-foot cable in most scenarios, and maybe even could have gotten away with a 15-foot in some scenarios. So what I actually have to do is trace these two specific HDMI cables that I have and see how much slack they have. Because some cables that I bought were, I bought them in 25-foot because I didn't know exactly, like some of them needed to go 25-foot to get from high up on the rack, down to the ground, across, up the wall, back down, through the cable management, up the desk, all the way routed to the top kind of deal, and it's a standing desk, so it gets pretty high, right? Some of them needed to be a full 25-foot. 20-foot wouldn't have cut it. But some of them, if it goes from the bottom of the rack to the bottom of my desk, it don't need to be a full 25 foot. So actually, and these are DisplayPort cables, not HDMI. My bad. I forget if DisplayPort is better or worse on this kind of stuff. I think DisplayPort was better than HDMI on these kind of handshake things, supposedly. The only monitor that I have that is HDMI is the secondary stream monitor. It's if you look on ! Specs, it's the BenQ one. That's the only one that I have HDMI to. And I don't even know. And it's HDMI because the DisplayPort is dead on the monitor. 15 meters for DisplayPort. Yeah, that's 15 meters is redonkulous. Certified Chrome hater. Well, it's happening in Minecraft here. And on the old monitor, it was happening, like, for any reason. Okay, but the display quality is great. It's just a handshake that's probably being redone over and over and over again. Is HDMI better in that regard? Like, I don't know, man. I don't have enough HDMI ports actually on my graphics cards without doing like an HDMI to DisplayPort adapter kind of deal. There's actually cables that go directly from HDMI on one end to DisplayPort on the other end. But then you're merging both specs into one cables, and you'll probably get the worst of both worlds. It probably is usually just an HDMI cable with a DisplayPort adapter built into the other end, or a DisplayPort cable with an HDMI adapter built into the other end, you know? Like there's just a chip that does the adapter inside the cable, right? Is probably how that works. but then like using an adapter throws in extra handshakes and extra. Yeah, more variables and more handshakes. You gotta complete both the HDMI and the DisplayPort handshake. See, I always thought DisplayPort was better for cable link than HDMI. But I don't know. But I definitely can try to, I can see how much I have coiled up and then try ordering a replacement that's like 15 feet. Instead of 25, 20, or, you know, one that's shorter just for having less slack. It probably also doesn't help that I have all the slack coiled up inside the server rack, like next to all the power cables too, because that's like potential interference. I did have it on my project list to go and cable manage my rack and stuff like that. Like in my, that's a long-term project. But I did my office finally. I organized my office. I had, you know, organized the server closet as a phase 2 of that, but I'm far away from being able to do that because of I'm far away with being able to do that because I'm working, you know, we got the streamathons coming up. I got a lot of IRL things going on. I'm supposed to be making videos. I am making a lot of shorts at least. Yeah, we were just talking about that, where brands, like good brands for cables don't exist. Honestly, though, like, if I have to buy more of them, I probably won't go to Amazon. I probably would buy from somewhere like Cable Matters or Infinite Cable or something like that. Those are at least names that are, like, respected for some of their cables. I don't know about HDMI. But, like, I know I like Infinite Cables when you're buying, like, Ethernet or something. Or Cable Matters when you're buying Ethernet. You know, like, those are places to go to get quality, you know, spools of Ethernet. Dude, chat, I just got reminded, not the current spool of Ethernet that I have right now, but the previous 1,000-foot spool of Ethernet that I had in my last house. At some point in the middle of the spool, the cable was, like, still one continuous run, but there was about a foot where there was no cable inside of it. And we pulled a run that was over like 100 feet long through my old house, like up from the basement, through the wall, through the attic to a device. And we spent ages, you know, we put an end on it, we put the other end on it, put cable testers on it, got nothing. And there was a sleeve where there was it had been twisted up a bunch. That's the only reason you could tell, is because like it like twisted freely. So when we were pulling it through the wall, it like twisted freely, and because I had used about half the spool before I found the problem, Amazon wouldn't even refund me or do anything about it. They're like, well, if you've used the cable, I'm like, the cable's defective. Like I had to pull a second run, like a second 100-foot run through my house to find the issue. Like, oh man, I was furious. And they wouldn't do anything about it, which is like one of the first times I've ever seen Amazon like not do a refund. Was ridiculous. Yeah. You can only know it's broken by using it. Wow, another pick through so quick. Yeah, they were like, if it's just a foot of cable that's damaged, you know, we're not giving you a whole new spool. I'm like, the problem is that I had to run 100 foot of cable twice because this foot of cable was damaged. And they're like, oh well. They're like, that's why you got 1,000 foot of it, so you can just do another, you know, just make your own cables and stuff. I was mad. Oh my goodness. Oh, bots. Yeah. I really wish there was, like, the equivalent of HDMI cables for video. Oh, that'd be so sick, though, is if you could just, like, run your own video cable and then put your own end on it. You know? Why is it that HDMI cables are the only cables you can make? You know? You could. Debatable. Oh, my monitor literally just went black. Okay, whoa. Why am I like taking it? I don't have any beacon effects here. Oh. Yeah, wow. Yeah, there probably are tools, but like, they're not mainstream. You don't hear about people making their own HDMI cables every day. The same way that like, you could just be expected to make HD Ethernet cable. Are they not mad at me after I mined that gold? Interesting. Okay, just gonna land up here and get this little thing first. Alright, then I guess I'm gonna land here. Yeah, there is. There is definitely a chip in both sides of the cable in the end. And, like, I don't think it would be as easy as Ethernet. With the current kind of cables that exist. Now, if somebody made one that was a lot more like Ethernet, where all the compute, all the stuff is done in the port, and then the cable was just wires again, like, that would be sick. But that's why HDMI is so, like, widely used.
Slime to you
is
here.
Because it doesn't need to have you don't have to have any compute on your device for the HDMI. Well, not no compute for the device, but you know what I'm saying, like the cable handles a lot of the logic and the handshaking and all that kind of stuff. And DMCA stuff. If it was just a dumb cable, they wouldn't be able to put their DRM, not DMCA. You know what I meant, chat. Okay. We got a few of these trees to bring down a notch. Okay, let me land up on that soul glowstone. Not, I almost said soulstone. That doesn't exist in this game, not yet, at least. Okay, when are we gonna get soulstone added to the game? I don't know what it'll do, but whatever it does, I'm sure it'll do it. All right. Next up, yeah, we gotta let's land on this. This is Instamine, and it is. I'm just gonna take it all the way down. I am digging a big hole. What you do in this game? I'll take all that free basalt. Oh. Okay. All right, over here we got this little floaty bit. This is all just one block thick as far as I can tell, so we're just gonna go here. Grab all the nether first. Alright, and next up is soul sand. Really opening up the space, chat, with the amount of floaty places we're getting rid of in this layer. Oh boy. Okay, I missed that from the previous layer. Woo. Good stuff. All right, now to this half. Oh, we got some more floaty pieces over here that I might as well grab. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, we have beacons in the Nether. We got one in the middle there. Inside that tower. And we got tons of them on top of the Nether roof too, which we're still close enough to get the effects from. Alright, so this area here is where I'm gonna go next. Okay. Going around the edge like I always do. Don't know how big this area is going to be. Oh, this is actually pretty thin right here. Yeah, the next layer, each layer is going to be getting bigger again as I go around it, which is lame. We've been in the area of shrinking layers every time we dig it, but now in the next couple layers, it's going to get larger and larger because of this like floor area that we have exposed. This is over 4.5 years old. Yeah. Oh. Monitor went black again. Yeah, I'm gonna update my GPU drivers, and then if it happens again after that, I will, I'll be forced to get some new cables. And then if it happens again after that, well, then I guess I just gotta buy, like, new GPUs. Being said that it's happened on both of my, PCs, even after monitor swaps. Though the one on the other PC was particularly egregious, and that issue is not returned. I believe that was 100% the monitor. But the issue on the gaming PC with it flickering is making me feel like I might not have had to have needed to buy this. I'll take it. I did keep that, the gaming monitor, the 240 hertz one that I had on here. It is still actually just leaning up against one of the speakers back there, because I was like, it's only having an intermittent issue, and I was like, it'll be good to have like a cold spare. So if that monitor is actually fine and it's still my cold spare, that's even better news. Heck, I could just add a 4th monitor to my mix-up. Maybe do a fresh install of the drivers. I'm live on many platforms. You can find the link to all my socials in the description. All right. All right. What? How did I jump all the way up there, dude? And why is there Nether fortress blocks? Yo, was that like an old staircase? Yeah, this was my old entrance up to the Nether tunnels. Oh my gosh. Before I added that one in. Yo, I forgot about that. Holy. Yeah, we used to have this horribly marked entrance, and then you had a staircase going up into there, and then we had decided it would be better to have like this entrance here that was like more directly connected and not less like turns involved and stuff. But this is like old. That's an old build. That was like pre-Nether tunnels in their current form. Yeah, the bedrock ceiling is becoming really exposed too. This is getting really good. All right, I'm gonna have to turn this back on, and we're gonna go around the border again. Okay, apparently we're already reaching the underside. Yeah, dude, well, no, those abandoned portals are from chunk loading. From abandoned chunk loaders, not from, like, pre-nether tunnel portals or something like that. But, yeah, that like opening there was a pre-nether tunnel entrance to what was going to be the nether tunnels. But yeah, old stuff. What it actually is kind of a little sad that we are yeeting the nether in the place where the nether where the only place in the nether has any historical like portals and stuff in it. We are yeeting the nether in the only place where there is a chance for, like, historical stuff to be, and we're getting rid of it all. It is what it is. Well, yeah, I didn't really, I knew it had to be right here because it links with the nether portal inside the overworld mob zoo. But I hadn't really considered where that was going to be, right? Like, I didn't consider where that nether portal would plunk down next to, the, like, existing nether. And I had no idea it would be this close. I thought, like if I had to think about it, oh, this is like a horrible place to be standing to like show what the map of my nether. Hold on, let me get up higher. No, maybe the answer was get lower. I don't know. No. Regardless, if I had to really think about it, I think I would have thought it would have been like over here somewhere. I did not anticipate it being literally right by my nether entrance, but that's the 1-to-8 ratio of nether for you. This is a hardcore world. That's what would happen. All right. All right, let's get this little floaty pieces. Yeah, once the supports are in, yeah, that's gonna... And we're gonna do the supports differently than the overworld one. The overworld ones are more like specifically their supports that are holding it up. We need to make sure that these ones end up looking like supports that are like hanging by these supports kind of deal. They'll have a different kind of curve to them. Well, maybe they wouldn't have any curve to them. I don't know. They would be like a perfect diagonal, effectively. Because they'd be taut. They're not like suspension, like arches that are... I don't know. Whatever we do, we'll make sure it looks good. Ah! I did not mean to do that. Yeah, this block's actually so low we don't even need to yeet it for this layer, technically, but I will. Did you eat your burrito leftovers or steak and potato leftovers? Ooh. A homemade burrito or like Chipotle leftovers? What are we talking? Yeah, Actually, yeah, the answer is you should eat both sets of leftovers. Actually, so yesterday for dinner, I made this like it was like it wasn't frozen, it was refrigerated like bag of like or box of like pulled chicken. I think not pulled pork, but you know, pulled pork but with chicken, pulled chicken, right? And that was like incredibly low calorie. Deborah, how you doing? That was like incredibly low calorie. And where was I going with that? And then we also made beans, like baked beans with it, which is also like pretty low calorie for, you know, thing. And I ate like 3 like of what I would consider to be full servings. I ate like my dinner meal of like, it filled me up of pulled chicken sandwiches and baked beans. And then like another round like once we put the kids to bed, and then like another round once before I decided to go to bed. And it was just like, oh man, and I'm not even over my calorie goal like at all. I'm not even close to it. I was so happy to be able to eat something in bulk. Like it was like, you know, if I'm eating a cup of baked beans and it was like 250 calories or something, and then like I'd eat like 6 ounces was of the chicken was like another like 200 calories, and I'm like, oh my god, this this is great. When I have like a 1,500 calorie like budget for dinner. How many calories do you think are in a cinnamon roll? Yeah, an ancient cinnamon roll. Chat, did we finish that layer? Or is this... No, this needs done. This is part of that layer, and we haven't done it. Wow, we landed on the one part that we hadn't done, so it looked like everywhere was done. Because we were standing on the only part that wasn't. So our frame of reference was skewed. It was skewed. Look at this ghast. Ba-bam, dude. Oh, that didn't work. Got him, though. I got him. Hacks. Don't worry, I got wings. He had Kit Kats. Yes. Where'd he go? Where's the Skelly Bob at? Look at that little piglin guy. He's there every single time I mine this out, because he just drops down to another layer. Every time. Alright, now that's the last little bit right here, it looks like. And then this layer's done. Boom, was that whole layer done in like just over an hour? Not even an... Actually, no, it would have been just an hour at this point. Let me actually just start targeting some of these like really little holdouts. Yeah, doing things like this, they're like little, but they'll, you know, they'll block what would otherwise be a very open picture of the Nether. So getting rid of those kind of things really helps you see it, how much of it is done. So look at that, dude. That is incredibly open right there. I don't know if I should continue doing layer by layer or if I should like be doing it island by island at this point. I'm not sure. Do you instamine soul sand faster than you instamine netherrack? Technically speaking, like, yes. I don't think it's measurable. Like, if the block is So you can insta-mine netherrack faster than you can insta-mine stone, right? Because for netherrack, all you need is an efficiency 4 pickaxe, diamond pickaxe. But for stone, you need efficiency 5 and a haste 2 beacon. So when you mine netherrack with efficiency 5 and haste 2, it is slightly faster than if you were to do it than stone with the same gear. So like I would think that there's probably an argument for soul sand being faster in that same regard, because the barrier to insta-mine it. If the barrier to insta-mine it is lower, then most likely it is. You think island by island? Yeah, I'm thinking like that one over there. Like this is all one big island. But like some of these islands will reconnect. Like this one and this one. Once this block here in the middle will reconnect, and this one will reconnect one over that valley. So maybe I just get rid of like these 3 things here, and then we get rid of these 3 in their entirety. And then we head back to, what will be the mainland. Because once this is gone, it'll really open it up at a distance. And then it'll just be everything kind of close by to where my storage room is. Oh, chat, something else I did this weekend is I finished Andor. And oh my god, did I not expect it to end so good. I mean, I did. I knew it would be good, but holy crap. Miku, if you haven't finished Andor yet... Ooh. Has anyone else in the chat watched Andor Season 2? I know it's been out for a hot minute, but I was a bit late to the party. You just finished it today? Oh, man. You never started Season 2, or you never started Andor? Whoa! I meant to do my rocket, but I switched back to my chest plate. Oh, my God. That was big dumb. Holy, someone clipped that. We are digging a hole in the nether. Around what's gonna be my mob zoo over there. It's great that we can just see it with such a good view. I mean, obviously there's some obstructions still, but... Andor is, Andor Season 1 is amazing. Some of the best Star Wars I've seen in a long time. because they don't come at it from a standard Star Wars perspective. It's much more of a, like, it's a different genre than what Star Wars normally is, set inside the Star Wars universe, if that makes sense. So it's great. It's genuinely great. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. The second season is also very good. And then it sets up, Andor is obviously a character from Rogue One. So this is giving, like, prequel effectively. The entire show is a prequel to the Rogue One movie. So you kind of end up, you know how Andor is going, how his life, or how he ends up in Rogue One, and it does a very good job. I actually got my mom to watch Andor, and then this was back when season 1 was fairly new. She's told me, she's like, I've seen all the Star Wars movies, because she watches the reruns and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that. Good for you. She's like, there's like so many shows. Which shows are worth watching? I'm like, all right, right now, the first show I'm gonna tell you to do is to watch, is to watch Andor, and then I want you to go watch Rogue One right after you finish it. And she hadn't actually seen Rogue One. She'd seen all the, like, trilogy of Star Wars movies, but so that was good. Okay, this wall is getting incredibly cleaned up, chat. Look at that. Wow. We're gonna hit this little island next. I call them islands. They're not islands. They're connected to other land, but the land is not inside my sphere of destruction, so they're islands within my sphere of destruction. Did you know it's not about the build? It's about the destruction. I need to be using that answer again. For when people come in, ask me what you're doing, and I'll just tell them I'm digging a hole. And they'll be like, oh, what's gonna go in the hole? I'm like, it's not about the build. It's about the destruction. I forgot about that whole, like, yeah, we're just here for the dig, my dude. Doesn't matter what's going in the hole. Forgot about that whole thing we did with the creeper farm stuff years ago. We wanted to get that as merch too, and I never ended up doing that. That was incredibly fast. We are digging a hole in the Nether. Like you do. Is this an actual floating island? It is. We will just get rid of it in its entirety then. Even the little bit that's outside of the sphere. Then all these mobs will end up falling into the lava lake. The zombie piglins will survive that. The piglin there won't, though. Hopefully those zombie piglins will despawn and they won't end up living forever in my lava lake. But that's there we go. Okay, all the floaty islands are done over there. That is some huge progress when you're looking at this wall of it. Hot dang. All right, let's get back to starting right here, and yeah, we'll an ender chest. See? What'd I tell you? It's just part of the old area. I just realized my inventory is like actually full of junk right now. Wow, we have a total of 1 stack of soul soil. There, that's how we are supposed to have our inventory formatted right now. Keeping a stack of all the junk that I get, and then filling the rest with just keeping soul soil. That's how we're supposed to be formatting the loot for this. So that we don't bring home any netherrack and we don't bring home any soul sand. Oh, good, a little floaty island. We will get rid of this in its entirety right now. And it's made almost entirely out of soil, which is a keeper. Yeah, there's only literally 1 extra layer. Oh, no. Alright. There we go. We are digging a hole. Actually, can we get the project command pinned? If in the purple chat? If it's not already? This is a very large portion that's only 2 blocks thick. Oh, low shovel. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we collected nothing. But okay. That's fine. This is the main landmass now, and it's it's getting larger than it was on the previous layer. Okay, I made the zombie piglins mad at me. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. It's those hoglins, man. They just have a chance of ruining your time. We actually are gonna follow this all the way around. Oh my goodness. That's what I get for... Look at the depth of that fall. This side's not so bad. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I actually have netherrack in my inventory that I don't want. But it is what it is. I'm actually gonna trade it for another stack of crimson nylium for now. Enderman. Look at him standing there like he wants me to look at him, knowing full well he doesn't actually want me to look at him. But he was standing there like he really wanted me to. Just daring me. Low pick. All right. Wow. Did not get to have much of a collection session there. Since I'm running low on pickaxes and shovels, you know, I'm coming over here far more often. What the heck? Wait. Oh, it was actually my pickaxe. Okay. Thought it was my shovel for some reason. I don't know. I'm going crazy, chat. Don't mind me. Oh, fell in a hole. I'm out of the hole. The 900k to go for your map art. Nice. Almost there. 10% club. thought that was Deborah right there that we just exposed. It was not. That's okay, though. There he goes. Oh. Oh, you survived? That's not cool. That's less interesting. Yeah, Netherrack's really easy to throw out, so. Okay. Being stingy with your coins? Yeah. You just gotta keep hoarding them. Slow and steady. And then just watching a lot of streams. Also, upping your tier, chat. I'll do an ! Partner Plus plug right here. The only way to really earn channel points faster is to up your tier, and you'll get a higher channel point multiplier. And it helps me hit my goal. This is going to be a large area of soul sand, I think, that's going to be left floating. Or that's going to be left floating and then going to be fully removed this layer. You know? Which that'll be good for progress. Oh, we circled all the way back to here and there's still all this area to go. Sorry, Chad. I'm just kind of vibing here, having a good time with this dig. Sometimes I just, you know, just got good progress going on. My brain just kind of shuts down, and I'm having a good time digging. Don't let me do that, though. Oh, there's a baby piglin again. Just always in the way. Oops. Okay. Heyo, and this is right where I started, actually, huh? So then, technically, all this other area here is still part of this island, even though there's a gap. So we're gonna go around its edges first, and then, yeah, we'll go filling in the insides of everything. Or digging out the insides that are left behind. Oh, wow. Good stuff. I'm picking up good block breaking. I wonder if we're like halfway down to the lava lake level yet. Or like what the Y level is that will be halfway down. There's one more section to prep. And that's this over here. Yeah, still technically connected to the same landmass, but just a bit lower. This is what we had forgotten in the last one. We had been like, oh, we're done. And then we landed on top of this section and then realized, oh, this is actually still taller than all the rest. Excuse me. Yeah, it's actually so skinny that going around the edges just gets rid of the whole thing. All right, so now, yeah, we literally... okay, we got this big section, and then we got these, like, little areas over here with all the trees. So let's take a quick break where we're at right now, and head over to the Witherskelly farm. We'll also do our repair session and all that jazz there, too. And not that we specifically need a repair session right now, but we'll do it while we're there, because I'm going to take a break there anyway. So, actually, I want to take a pre-break look at where we're at. This is looking really good. Really good. This going away in the next couple layers is going to be huge. So, huge, dude. All right, so chat, if you're new here, make sure you drop a follow on whatever platform you're watching on. I'm live 6 nights a week, most of which is in this hardcore Minecraft world. This world's... Oh, well, I don't have mini HUD on. What the heck? There we go. World is over 17,000 days old, over 4.5 years old. And you can check out the world tour if you're new and you haven't seen anything about it. But we're actually right now going to my Wither Skelly farm for this quick break. Star Wars inspired, of course. We go down in here. And we're going to be killing these guys because we need coal blocks for the mob zoo build. Let me fill up my inventory. And they'll start piling in here really quick. And we'll start clicking. And I'll turn down the volume a bit for you. And we'll get a mini game going in the purple chat. Let me see if I can get this connected. Maybe, maybe not. Refreshing seems to be maybe working. There it is. All right, chat, have fun with words. I'll be right back. All right, chat, I'm back. How you doing? You guys can continue with words while I repair my tools here. Not gonna be that many compared to last time. But I am gonna repair everything that I have here. Wow, you guys got a lot of those really quick. Spray, pray, praise, spay, raise. Wow, that's a lot. Raspy, ooh, rasp, maybe. Raps, ooh, okay. Yaps. I don't know. That's a guess. Oh my god. All right. Nobody guessed raps though. There we go. All right. Rasp. Good job. Okay. Alphabetically, the only guesses are between rays and yaps. You gotta remember these guesses are in alphabetical order. So they
massive.
A year already just for fun. Would you rather have wooden tools and netherite armor, or netherite tools and no armor?
Wooden tools and netherite armor. Yeah, that's the better move. You're safe at least. So, okay, alphabetically between spay and yaps. Alphabetically, your guesses should be there. Oh, so close to a perfect one. Good job, though. All right, what else we got? Wow, looking, and then X is fake. Yeah. Boom. That obviously means look and king. And nook. And, logo. Link. Gong? No, never mind. There's only one G. Kong? King Kong, maybe? I don't know. I just said like a million guesses, chat. If you put all those in, you'll hit your goal for sure. Like the henchman kind, I assume. Loon, like Looney Tunes. Come on, chat. We just need a couple more. What other ones did I happen to say earlier? Lion, Hiln. Oh, good ones. Ling. You know what? I almost said Ling right after I said King, which was like the second thing I suggested, but I didn't think it'd be real. I don't know what that word means. Loin. Log in. Log in, chat. That's got to be one of the 5-letter words. It didn't work, Mrs. Ken? No way. That's a word. Lingo. All right, well. We tried. What else we got? Here. Power. Preview. All right. Both kinds of peer, by the way. No, O is fake. O is fake, so it's not power. Ween, like Halloween. I don't know. No, there's no N. Never mind. Weave? Weave. Maybe? I don't know how you spell that. Wire and Viper. Ooh. Wired. Nope. Wiped. Wipe at least is in there. Wipe. Wipe. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. That's the end, chat, of the repair session. Oh, my hoe. Dang it. Okay, now we're done. All right. Turn the volume back up. And you guys can keep playing words until you fail, if you like. And let me get back to the dig. Excuse you. I didn't repair the chest plate. Oh, whatevs. All right, so let me start over here. Oh, look at that. He actually managed to hit the ground. I didn't get any soul soil, dang it. But I do have all these spots for netherrack. Whoa, buddy. Ha! Got him! Wow, I had no idea that was actually gonna make its way downtown. There is some soul soil right there, is there not? One singular piece of soul soil. All right, well. When we get more, we'll get more. We've gotten 4 pieces of the stuff. Nice. And we just want that to take up a larger and larger percentage of my inventory. Because eventually we'll hit a pocket that gets me a whole stack, and then it can just take up my entire spare inventory. We're not there yet. We're in a huge soul sand patch. No soul soil to be seen. Oh, and then there was a couple pieces. Rip. GG Mrs. Ken on getting the W in words. Actually, there was 3 people that had over 100 points. You guys were kicking butt. No, we're not using soul soil in the zoo. Just of all of the bulk blocks of the Nether, it's the only one that I would consider keeping any of. Because it's not renewable. We have a ton of it. We don't need it, but it's not renewable. So I will keep it. Compared to netherrack, if I let my inventory fill up with netherrack, then I just throw away all the netherrack. But if I let my inventory fill up with soul soil and I have to run up to the box and then I dump the soul soil into the box, you know, that's fine. Soul soil is technically renewable if you like craft a soul campfire using soul sand, which is renewable. Then break the soul campfire, you can get a piece of soul soil that way from it. You can turn soul, but like it's a very manual process. There's no farm you can make to automate soul soil production. That is a lot of work, yeah. With auto crafters, it's less work than it used to be. All you'd have to do is have a machine that auto crafts it and then dispenses it into your inventory and then you place it and break it. But like, it's still a lot of work. If a dispenser could place a campfire, if a dispenser should be able to do so much more, man. I kind of really hate how dispensers can place some blocks in some scenarios, but like, why not just give us a dispenser that always places any block kind of deal? There's a lot of stuff that dispensers should do that they don't. Not even placing blocks, that like, there's some functionality with shears and stuff that doesn't work the way you would think it would, and yeah, just a lot of stuff. I have a lot of notes on dispensers if Mojang ever wanted to listen. You know? That's all I'm saying. Yes, yeah, if you could auto-craft the soul campfires and then use a dropper to put them into your inventory, then you could, like, have them in your offhand with an axe in your main hand, and then you kinda, like, hold down both buttons and you click and break and click, or place and break, like, simultaneously. Like, yeah, that would be an option. A slow and annoying option, but... if you need soul soil in bulk, your only real option is to go yeet the nether, right? Like, that's your only real option. So I would gladly make a design a barter farm, a soul campfire auto crafter. I would gladly take on that challenge. It would obviously have to be one wide tileable too. Well, I guess how many different items do you need for that? However many items it is, I would make it, like, if it needs 4 different items, I'd make it 4 wide tileable. Because you'd have to have 4 item filters kind of deal, you know? But still. That's Mini HUD just showing me the circle I need to dig out. Kind of like concrete. Yeah, exactly. A concrete converter, but for... Actually, can you push campfires with a piston? Do they just break? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you just... Alright. Over here somewhere. Whoa. True, dude. He pops in from time to time. An absolute Chad homie right there. Oh, man. Where? That. Please. Oh, good. I already had gold in it. Wanna build a shulker farm? Nice. You going for one in your spawn chunks, or are you doing, like one in the end? If you're doing spawn chunks, no matter how reliable the farm is, you'll still find that it breaks itself occasionally, like super rarely. But the amount you get just from one run before it breaks itself is so ridiculous for a single player world. You'll never do it in the end. Go into Pearl, load it. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, Pearl loaders, dude. Yeah, you'll probably find that it breaks itself after, you know, a couple hundred hours of playtime, especially in single player where the world like loads and unloads and stuff like that all the time. Or at least mine does. And it's supposed to be a super duper reliable one. That made by Works, I think. Regardless, like you'll get so many before it breaks that you'll consider not even turning it back on. I have one by Works. It's pretty old at this point, but I don't think the concept has changed at all in a long time. If you go to my world tour video, I have a link to Works' video that I followed in my in the description of my world tour. So that every farm in my world that I reference somebody else, that's the place to find it. It's in the world tour video description. I looked at that one. You're building one by Kelp MC. Oh, I'm not familiar with him or the farm. Be interested to look at it. Whoa! What the heck? Watch most of the world tour. Absolutely love it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, dude. I absolutely love this world. I can't wait to do the 20,000 day world tour. It's going to be there's going to actually be so much to show in the 20,000 Day World Tour. Like, that's completely different from the 15,000 Day World Tour. Like, I feel like this is probably the most progress I've ever made in a 5,000 day span. And I'm only 2,000 days into it. Which is really weird. Cause like I used to do the videos every 1,000 Minecraft days, and then I had like so many huge projects go on that I wasn't making any progress for thousands of days in a row. So the world tours were really repetitive. And now I feel like for the last 2,000 days, I probably could have went back to the old format. Wait, Linksy hit 5 years on his video or on his world? Oh, it is July, isn't it? Yeah, his world's just a couple months older than mine. October, I'll be hitting 5 years in my world. And he's only got 4 totems. Dang, man. Yeah, I've got 10 totems. It'd be what it be. Got him! It was only about an hour for the 15,000 day one, so 2 hours seems logical. The hour-long 15,000 day world tour is like, that's like the edited down version of it. You can still watch the VOD of the full thing, and it probably was like 2 hours. The 15,000 day world tour was the first one that I edited. If you don't count the 11,000 day world tour, where that was just a replay mod kind of overview. Where every one before that was just raw, uncut, me streaming the world tour and then uploading it as a standalone video. 15,000 day was the first time I did a video edit on it. You don't miss anything, just me like traveling between builds and stuff like that. Maybe some distractions from chat were cut out as well. But I typically like pause all my alerts and stuff like that, so. You think it'll be 2 hours while it's edited? I don't. So one of the main reasons I don't think that will be is because for a lot of the farms, I'll be able to go into the high level overview of it, and then I'll be like, yeah, and then check out this video to see more details. Boom. Like, because unlike at the time when I made the 15,000 day world tour, I've made a lot of videos about a lot of the farms that I have now. And we've got all the auto crafter videos too. So I won't even have to go into much detail on all the auto crafters either. Like I'll obviously say like, I'll show like the farm and I'll show like the output. But then I'll be like, if you want to see the auto crafters, check out the video. Yeah, so. All right, let's get this little floaty area here. Is this like, how many blocks thick is this? All right, 2 blocks thick. All right, so let's do this. Yo, Raiders! Welcome in. Reign of Calamity, how are you doing? How was your stream? What did you get up to today?
Massive.
Absolutely massive of you stopping in. If you want to fill me in on how the stream went, let me know.
Check out Reign of Calamity and drop a follow.
Thank you for getting them a shout out, mods. Make sure you drop the follow over there if you haven't already. Where am I going? Yeah, let me know how it was, or if you got a raid and run, take care of yourself after stream. Go eat, go do whatever you got to do. Feel free to go do so. We'll be here vibing. We're digging a hole in the nether right now. This is where my nether mob zoo is going to go. Well, the building is kind of started. We're digging out not a full perimeter, but a large area around it for aesthetics purposes is all. We're just vibing and mining and mining and vibing. You know how it goes. Come on, can I really not reach that? There we go. Stream was chill, working on a nether lava draining. Ooh, nice. What lava draining method are you using? How big of a lava drain is it? Is it like a huge lake or just like a... I don't know what's smaller than a lava lake. A lava pond. Well, they have like underground caves full of lava too, I guess. All right, now we should be able to just yeet the floor I'm standing on. Flying machines and scaffolding. Oh yeah. I've never tried flying machines for yeeting lava. Though I know some people that swear by them. I have not really ventured into flying machines like at all, period. Because I don't do like flying machine dupers and stuff like that. And that's like the only practical flying machine. Well, there's some like that do like harvesting farms and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, I won't be actually going below lava layer here. We're actually going to be turning it, what's everything inside of this sphere, we're going to be turning it into a lava lake underneath it. So we're going down 2 lava layer and that's it. I did just scaffolding method when I did my Wither Skelly perimeter. This is a much smaller sphere though. So yeah, this, if you guys haven't seen this before, my mob zoo in the overworld is like a mushroom-shaped build that comes up out of the ocean. So the nether version of it is an inverse of it. We took a 1/3 scale and we hung it from the nether ceiling. And this is going to have all the nether mobs inside the zoo, and you're going to be able to go through a nether portal in the overworld mob zoo, and it's going to bring you straight to this nether portal in the nether. So it's built in the exact right location to have the nether portal go back and forth. And it's inverted. The other one on the overworld is white. This one is black. It's just the inverse of it. And we're clearing everything inside this circle, so you got a nice view of it. And it's gonna be just above a fake lava lake. It's gonna be cool. Bonk. Got him. All right, this is the last part of this layer we gotta get. And there's gonna be additional terraforming we do after the, what do you call it? After this part of the dig is finished, to like blend the terrain in some places. But, we're making really good progress through here, so. Especially now that we've gotten rid of the bulk of the ceiling and we're just, these are our first layers of just like what was terrain that went from floor to ceiling only. You know, it's been good. What do I need? A new pickaxe is why we're here. All right. Goodbye, netherrack. Why is there always a skeleton in here, dude? Hey. Alright, so we were over here somewhere. Yeah. Bunch of this junk in the ground. I hate to see it. Wow. Buddy, come on. Oh, it was just a baby. He ran away anyway. Oh, crap. Okay. Keep the dig going. Around and around we go. Where it stops. The bottom. Who knows? Oh, that's a horrible rhyme. Not good at it. I'm very tired tonight. One's in the chat if you're tired. But half of you guys are already laying in bed. Jealous. I wanna go lay in bed. Take a nap. Take an 8-hour-long nap. If I call it sleep, I won't do it. But if it's an 8-hour-long nap, ooh man, I'm not down. I play hardcore single-player Minecraft. That's my vibe. Break those couple extra blocks there. What are we looking at here? Whoa, buddy! Can't you tell that I'm busy existing here? Goodness. Alright. You'll be refreshed when you wake up from an 8-hour nap. But sleep? Nah, dude. What are you doing inside of a tree? Piglin? Ah, goodbye, baby piglins. Good riddance. I'm gonna have to do like a big search to make sure I've like killed off all the baby piglins that spawn and then like wander into the nearby biomes. We're all just holding blocks forever. Ugh. There's gonna be so many. Because I tend to not kill them during the dig to stop, you know, adult piglins from getting aggroed at me. So breaking gold and them coming to pick it up without any adults getting angry at me is a good time to try to knock out some of these babies, but there's an adult right there, so I'm good. I don't want to start a war. Buddy! I'd rather just not fight. It's just too annoying to have mobs fighting me. I deal with enough with the hoglins and the ghasts and the skeletons. I don't need the piglins and the zombie piglins on me. Those are the ones that make it really annoying. And the hoglins are actually probably the most annoying of the ones that do constantly attack, because they'll also attack in groups, and I very often will swing and miss and then hit or sweeping edge will like also hit a piglin. It's like, oh no. So then I'm fighting a horde of zombie piglins and a horde of piglins. Because hoglins will just get up in your face, man. Look at you, punk. What I thought, you better walk away. Heck yeah. All these free blocks and stuff. Well, I'm having to work for them, I guess. All right. Last little section here. And then we just got a few straggler spots, I think, after this is done. Oh, gas despawn. Yeah, it's just like, okay, this little floaty bit and those trees, and like that's it. I think that's like it. Yeah, dude. All right. Get down to here. Oh, is it time to start bingo? It is time to start bingo. All right, chat. At the end of every stream, we play a mini game. Today, we're playing bingo. Whatever platform you're on, if you want to make your way over to the purple chat, link is in the bio, panels, descriptions, etc. We're going to be starting bingo now. You'll have about 8 minutes to get yourself a bingo card. If you're on the purple chat, you just got to hover your mouse over the screen and click on the bingo icon. Or if you're on mobile, you just have to look at the top right of your chat window, and there'll be a bingo icon there to click. Claim your bingo cards before the timer runs out. The winner gets to put a block on my massive monument in my hardcore Minecraft world. So if you want to leave your mark in the world, make sure you get your bingo card. All right, that's officially the entire layer done, as far as I can tell. Heck yeah, dude. I guess we'll start the next one. The next layer is going to be basically exactly the same size as the one we just finished. God, oh my God, that's like a full court shot right there, dude. I should have yelled Kobe. All right. The Layer Slayer. That'd be a good pickaxe name. Oh, man. Yeah, but the next layer, I can see us definitely finishing like some of this area over here is going to be... no, okay, not quite. It's all more than 3 blocks thick, but we're... Oh, yeah. We're down to just like over here, this is, you know, 10 blocks thick, same over here. So in another like 4 layers, we'll be through most of it, and that'll just leave us the actual ground at that point, plus a few little hilly bits that connect the top to bottom. Yeah, chat names all my tools for me. I don't name any of my tools. Chat has named every tool in this world as far as I know. With Channel Point Redemptions on the purple chat. Got him. Ah, soul soil. Right off the bat, we get a good patch of it. Good. Soul sand and netherrack I don't want. Bones and arrows to the front, and soul soil for the rest. Oh, then this one I actually do want to be netherrack. That's just like for pillaring and stuff. I keep a stack of netherrack on the hotbar, but then that gets thrown out. I go up top. I guess it could also be soul soil. Man. Punk. Jeez. I mean, is it my fault for killing the baby that they got angry? Sure, but like, that baby had a long enough life. It was, that baby lived a much longer life than most of the adult piglins in this world. Because they all always pick up those dang blocks and just live forever. He was short, but could have been 4.5 years old. No, I was gonna say he's probably, you know, like a couple weeks old. As long as the dig, you know. He could have been a day one. Oh man. Get out of my way, piglins. He's like literally walking directly in my way on purpose. He's like, you don't want to fight all the piglins just because I'm inconveniencing you, do you? That was an ultimate, like, I'm not touching you. I'm not, like the children move. Oh my goodness. Trying to get me to throw the first punch. How many of them are trapped in this hole, dude? Oh, it's time to start bingo, chat. All right. Bingo cards are live, and now we are automatically calling the numbers. Once every 5 seconds, you'll see numbers appear on your bingo card, if you had it, that is. Once you get 5 in a row, you get a bingo button that shows up at the bottom of your screen. The first person to have that button appear and click it gets a block on the massive monument. We're taking all my stuff home right now while we wait for someone to win. We're bringing 5 boxes home today. That's a good haul for well, today was a short stream too. I was an hour late because my stomach was bugging me. So that's good. And then yeah, holy moly, good progress here. Yeah, so next stream, we just barely started this layer. We're going to be able to easily knock out this layer, and do another entire layer, if not more. That's my goal for tomorrow. So. We never did check why the Wither Farm had those 2 random blazes spawn. Huge progress. Huge progress. All right. Bro, if I had landed on him, that would have like hurt. One of these has a piece of Deborah in it even. Oh, this one has 2 pieces of Deborah in it. Let's throw that in there. I didn't know we got 2 pieces today. Oh yeah, I remember them both now. All right, we'll put that in there so it gets good into the system soon. Popping a totem, landing on the ghast. Yeah, one day. We're gonna need new fireworks soon. I mean, I could theoretically do that while we wait for someone to win bingo if I... Yeah, we have time. Right, and then... You know, we should really go to the sugarcane farm and just grab several boxes of paper so that we don't have to craft paper every time. I do see that we had a winner come through. GG Mickey on getting bingo first. Let me put this stuff away and then I will get your stuff taken care of. There you go. A bunch of rockets into the system. All right. So Mickey won. Let me take a look at the sheet. That's just Mickey. So it starts with a J, not an M. Just Mickey has blue concrete. They've won 8 times, upping that to 9. Your last stream victory was 991. Today being 1002. Holy moly. All right, let's go get your blue concrete and put it up on the monument. Absolutely boatloads of that stuff. Good. Mm-hmm. Oh wow, you can see here, like that's how high the 3rd tower there is. It starts becoming really thick from a distance. There we go. All right, GG Mickey on your dub with your blue concrete today, my dude. Can we get an exclamation mark partner plus in the chat? Next up, we will burn some diamonds. I'm pretty sure we have qualifying subs today. We do. All right. So chat, we are trying to hit this Partner Plus goal that's above my head. That is the #1 way to support the channel if you are able to help the stream. We are going over here to the Diamond Yeeting Shrine where we burn diamonds in our lava lake shaped like a diamond made out of diamonds in honor of qualifying Partner Plus subscribers. So let's get over here for the day and see how many diamonds we got to burn today. It is actually just one sub on 2025 715. Here we go. So, for the only qualifying sub today, thank you so much, Mrs. Ken, for a tier 1 for 17 months. GG. I appreciate you. All right. And that's going to be it for the night, chat. That is done for the night in Minecraft, my dudes. Let's go see who's live with some hardcore vibes to send over a raid to tonight. Anyone in my recommendeds? Any new homies? We have found several new hardcore homies like this month, so I'm very excited for that. Very happy to have. So, No, nobody in my recommended is playing hardcore. All right. Um. Oh no, that's not hardcore. Hmm. Ah, Melon's live. We'll send it over there tonight. All right. Yeah. Oh, I see Miku is suggesting Melon. Um All right, chat. Here's a raid message for you to copy and paste when you get there. If you got my emotes, use those. If you don't, just copy the text out of it and make sure you spread some love when you arrive over in their chat. It does seem like they hit 2.5K today or something, according to Miku. Um, so GG to them. Thank you so much, everybody, for the awesome stream today. Thank you for the Prime subs and the Partner Plus qualifying subs. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the channel point redemptions, and thank you for the follows across all the platforms. Thank you for the gifts on TikTok, and thank you all for being here. I'll be live tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, with some more massive hardcore Minecraft. Until then, have a great night. Peace out, my dudes. Whoa, my message to, like, end TikTok stream, like, actually just closed TikTok Live Studio. I don't think I closed it manually. I think when I pressed my button to end stream, it just crashed.